But the ending proved that this story is not finished.
This remarkable season for this young Green Bay Packers team has come to a close.
And as for this season,
it really doesn't matter what you've done in the past. It's about what we're building towards and trying to accomplish in the future.
Time to write another chapter.
The team is in control of their destiny. Whatever you want to be about that year, you hold the pen to your future, and everything's out in front of us for us to take. We just have to do the taking.
That brings us to now, training camp.
I'm a firm believer that you can never have enough competition. When our guys are pushing one another, they're going to get better.
Camp competition will breed success, which is exactly what the Packers are out for.
Pocket collapses, sack is made, right up the gut.
We are a new way here. We are a new culture around here. When you got a talented bunch of guys and you bring guys that truly love each other, the bond, can never be broken. Let's go, man. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Now having a bond and understanding each other's why is more like a family. And when you're friends like a family, you go to war any day. This Packer, whole lot different. We young and hurt. This Packers team is very special. Rich, have a lot of talent, and I think the sky's the limit.
Hello and welcome to the Total Packers Training Camp Preview presented by Software One. Larry McCarron, along with my esteemed colleagues from Packers.com, Mike Spofford and Wes Hodkiewicz. Welcome, gentlemen. And Mike, let's dive right into it. It seems like everybody likes the Packers' chances this year. Recently, ESPN named him as a trendy pick for the Super Bowl. Sure. Trendy, you got to like that word. What do you think?
Well, Larry, I think that's one of the biggest challenges for this Packers team in 2024 is how are they going to handle the expectations? This team dealt with a lot of adversity last year. It worked through that. It handled that very well, but the expectations weren't there. Those expectations will be there this time. That's a lot to manage for the long season.
Wes, new season, new team. Now, last season ended in terrific fashion. How does that factor into this season, or does it?
I think it does, Larry, and it's trying to continue to jump on that momentum and carry that through another season. I think you could see it during the off-season program. Guys had a swagger about them, a confidence about them, and as young as the Green Bay Packers were last season, they showed if you grow throughout the course of a 6-month season, you're going to reach your best form by the time the playoffs come.
As much as you could listen to us all day, here's what Matt LaFleur had to say prior to opening his 6th training camp as head coach of the Green Bay Packers.
We've laid a good foundation, and I think the guys, the things that we stress to these guys in terms of our communication, how close the connection can get, it's a good start. But it really doesn't matter once we come back to training camp. It's about what we do moving forward. I feel really good about the group in there, and the challenge to these guys is you cannot come back the same player. You got to come back better. You got to come back in better shape, and you got to come back better mentally.
Gentlemen, I'm sure you'd agree, training camp is going to be very competitive at a number of positions, and Mike, among them, offensive line.
Yeah, absolutely. The Packers lost 3 players that played a lot of ball on the offensive line over the years. David Bakhtiari, John Runyon, Yosh Nijman. But you're coming back into this season with 5 guys who did play quite a bit last year, and then you add a first-round draft pick in Jordan Morgan to the mix. We'll see where he competes. Another first-round draft pick from earlier in his career, Andre Dillard, is in the mix now. So Packers lost some depth. They regained some depth. They're going to shuffle things out and see what happens.
Wes, the $64,000 question is, will there be enough balls to go around and passes to catch? The receiving group is young, talented, and deeper than deep.
Yeah, it's funny, Larry. The Packers really overseeded the lawn there at receiver the last couple years. They got grass sprouting up everywhere right now. When you look at it, 8 guys that were drafted in the NFL, 7 guys with NFL experience already. And yeah, last year there was talking about Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson. Well, now there's Dontavian Wicks, there's Jaden Reed, there's Bo Melton. These exciting names that all bring something different to the table. It's going to be a question about exactly how many footballs are going to be available to all of them, but there's so many different possibilities.
Guys, while we're talking offense, the competition at running back ought to be interesting and intense. Of course, Josh Jacobs was brought in to be the bell cow, number one. But after that, we have A.J. Dillon, who's done some good things, wants to remain a Packer for life, but he'll have to earn that. In the 3rd round this year, the Packers draft Marshawn Lloyd. Now, I struggle to evaluate running backs until the tackling is live, and I haven't had that opportunity with Lloyd yet. However, he averaged over 7 yards a carry at a big-time program last year. And then we have Emmanuel Wilson, limited carries as a rookie, but he averaged over 6 a carry. If Ben Shermans is looking for competition in his running back room, he has got it big time. But as I said at the top, Josh Jacobs is the bell cow.
How would I describe my play style? I would say it's a mixture of a lot of people.
I'm a walking lick. Jacobs gets away, they can't bring him down. Paparazzi taking pics, something you don't want to miss.
I kind of try to play mind games with defenders. I might run you over. I might juke you. I might try to outrun you. I'm going to bring that dog. I'm going to bring that intensity. I'm going to play with the physicality. I'm going to come work every single day.
Well, I drive in reverse. Yeah.
I give it all that I have when I'm on that field. And I think I just bring that tone setter. I think that's what I'm going to be for the team. Walking out for the first time, something that I definitely think about a lot. Be able to see what it feels like to be a Packer, to see the type of support that we have.
Something you don't want to miss.
An iconic stadium, to be out there, trying to go get a win. It's very excited, man. I'm very excited for this year. I think it's going to be a good one.
Time for a break. When we come back, we look at some of the training camp position battles on defense. Here's a look at the open practice schedule coming to Ray Nitschke Field. You're watching the Total Packers Training Camp Preview.
I think the defense has been doing a great job. I think everybody's been dialed in. I'm just excited to see how we adapt throughout the course of the season. He's been a lot of fun to work with and get to know on a deeper level. And we always have great conversation, great dialogue, and that's just what you do. You try to help each other improve. And, I got a lot of respect for him. It's not a surprise to me as why he's had so much success in his career, just being around him. He's a smart dude that loves football and is willing to work.
With Xavier McKinney, Jeff Hafley has one safety spot in great, proven hands. McKinney has been everything the Packers were looking for. The other safety spot is a question mark and open for competition. That competition includes 3 rookie draft choices: Javon Bullard, Evan Williams, and Ketan Oladapo.
What's up, y'all? My name is Javon Bullard. I'm Ketan Oladapo.
Evan Williams, safety.
I play safety here. I'm a safety for the Green Bay Packers. My play style, violent and passionate.
It's relentless, aggressive, just flying around and trying to be, a kind of a pest for an offense.
I feel like I'm very versatile, whatever role that may be, to help us win. I wake up, I'm in that mode already.
Just looking at the fans and listening to, the outside noise, heading into the arena.
It's game day. If you need to get psyched up for game day, you're in the wrong profession. So, as soon as I wake up, I'm in that mode.
To me, a Green Bay Packer, I know the tradition goes real deep. I think a Green Bay Packer is just somebody that, has a real passion for what he does. Just willing to sacrifice, commit himself to, making a team great.
You dream of these moments, and Now to see those dreams come true and those things so comfortable, like right in front of your face, it's just surreal.
Running on that field for the first time is just going to be a culmination of, a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice, and, I'm more than looking forward to it.
Mike, those three rookies are just part of a mix right now that also includes Anthony Johnson, Benny Sapp, and Zane Anderson.
Yeah, absolutely. Anthony Johnson played over 300 snaps as a seventh-round rookie last year in this defense. Zane Anderson had 3 interceptions in a mini-camp practice. I think the favorite for that spot is probably Javon Bullard as the high draft pick and coming from that Kirby Smart Georgia defense. But you're right, Larry, there's going to be competition there across the board.
Wes, let's move up front where it's a different story. The competition involves veterans and playing time and guys being guys. Everybody wants their fair share and then some.
Yeah, absolutely, Larry. And it's funny, too, when you look at this thing, you had 2 really deep position groups merged together with the defensive line and what were the outside linebackers. And seeing how all those pieces fit are going to be really intriguing with this defense. I think Kenny Clark, the names jump off the page, Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith. But now you have Lucas Van Ness that could really be dynamic in this defense. You have a guy like Devontae Wyatt, who had a career year last year. The Packers invested heavily into the defensive line the last few seasons, and now they get to see it all work together.
Guys, the Packers are now a 4-3 team, meaning 3 off-the-ball linebackers on the field when they're in base. Now, Quay Walker is one of those guys. And the Packers also drafted Edgerrin Cooper in the 2nd round, Tyron Hopper in the 3rd. Both those guys can run and hit. Then there's Isaiah McDuffie. When he's on the field, all he does is make plays. It ought to be very, very interesting. I will say this about Cooper. Back at the draft, I saw him. I thought, I can't wait to see that kid in pads. Well, I still feel that way after watching him without pads. He just seems like one of those guys who thrives on the rough stuff.
With the 45th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Edgerrin Cooper.
A person that's going to do it all that they need to do, looking out for their teammates, just putting everybody in the best position possible. Do it for us, our families, and the fans around, the culture. Just know they're going to feel me. They just going to, remember my jersey number after the game. That's the point I want to make after the game. If I ain't make that point, I feel like I didn't do my job. I get all the time, small for my position, but I just had a determination of anything in front of me, being physical and making plays. Just be able to run out and, just finally reach the last destination of football. Just seeing all the fans and just knowing I made it, and family and coaches and friends was able to put me in this situation. So it's going to be a big moment for me for sure.
We have one more break to get to. When we return, a preview of Jordan Love's 2nd season as a starter in Green Bay.
On the money for the touchdown.
Welcome back. Here's a peek at Green Bay's preseason schedule. It's the final tune-ups before the Packers' Week 1 trip to Brazil.
Today, I will be giving you 3 reasons why I should be the next Junior Power Pack reporter. Reason number 1, I love the Packers, and my dream is to go to my first ever game at Lambeau Field. Reason number 2, I own the Bears. Reason number 3, I can pronounce Hodquist. So thanks for joining me for 3 things. Back to you, Les.
I'll tell you what, in broadcasting, you need to be able to actually pronounce the people's names. That young man did his homework. I give him points for that. Kudos to him. Obviously, you can see why he's a junior reporter.
Wes, it's official. You are huge. You're a god with a microphone.
We do the best we can.
Has Bayport asked you to be the commencement speaker yet?
No, they haven't. I'm still waiting on the statue, too. I mean, there's room for it out front. We're right here.
All right. Now let's check out McGizzy's very first assignment covering the Junior Power Pack Clinic.
Hi, I'm McGizzy. I'm 8 years old, and I'm from Lansing, Michigan. I'm your 2024 Junior Power Pack reporter. What What are you most looking forward to about the Junior Power Pack Limit?
Just having fun.
I'm looking forward to becoming a better player overall. We did cone drills that were really fun, tackling dummies. Then after that, I got to interview a few players. What would you be doing if you weren't playing football?
In college, I majored in business management pre-law. I would probably want to do something in the business field.
Somewhere trying to figure out how to teleport or how to be invisible.
What is your favorite part about playing for the Packers?
Just the history behind the Packers and being here and getting to meet all these guys and having a great coaching staff and great people around me.
Congratulations, you won the Super Bowl. Will you do your best victory dance with me?
Oh my God. I have no dance moves, I'm sorry.
Of course.
Thank you for your time, Jerry Alexander.
AKA
Pretty Maker.
Point up to the sky like this. See like that? Look up at it. And then you bring the sword down. Yes, sir. Oh, man.
I'm your 2024 Junior Power Pack reporter, signing out.
Well done, McGizzy. What'd you guys think?
A+. Passes on my chart. 10 out of 10. No notes.
All right. At any rate, no brag, just fact. He is one of the very best in the league at his position, and that position is one of the most difficult to play. We're talking Jair Alexander, and I can tell you, he's been working like a man possessed this offseason.
Just going into year 7, I just want to, continue to do things that'll help this team moving forward. Every offseason, always a fresh start to do better and get better. So I'm here. I feel like I still have so much more to put out there and display consistently, and I'm just ready to attack that. I think the biggest thing is just understanding that, although I am on an island all the time and all day, it's the culmination of everybody being around and the culmination of the chemistry that we're building now that's going to matter later on in the season. You'll see it.
Last year, for whatever reason, things got sideways for Ja, but this year he seems to be in a very good place, both physically and mentally. I think he's laid the foundation for one heck of a season. And now back to the training camp battles, which are about to ensue. And Mike, are we any closer to settling on a kicker?
Doesn't look like it, Larry, at least not yet. We thought maybe after minicamp it would whittle down to 2 in incumbent Anders Carlson and the veteran Greg Joseph, who's been with the Vikings the last few years. But then the Packers claimed James Turner off waivers from the Lions, so there's a third guy back in the mix again. May the best kicker win.
Wes, we have not talked about the always popular backup quarterback position. Now, last season, Sean Clifford made an impressive debut. However, this year the Packers draft Michael Pratt in the 7th round. He might have outplayed Clifford in the offseason stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Pratt had a really good spring. I mean, when you look at a 7th-round pick that has as much experience as Pratt did, much like Clifford a year earlier, you expect them to somewhat look the part, even though they are a rookie. And I thought Pratt was poised, led some really good 2-minute series. In this battle that the Packers have built for that number 2 job is alive and well. I think Sean Clifford, there's things that he had to learn from this spring, and I'm excited to see how he responds from it.
Of course, at the top of the quarterback depth chart, there's that Jordan Love fella who last year proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that he is a star, a bona fide star in the making.
Yeah, I mean, my play style, how would I describe it?
Show me what
I think my play style is fun and just a playmaker ability to create and freestyle a little bit when a play might go off schedule or there's pressure.
He's going to back up off his back foot and put it right on the money.
That mindset, it's all reaction. So just looking to see what's going on downfield, if the receiver's getting open, or if I can just take off and run.
Russ going to run it and keep it. Touchdown, Green Bay!
Always kind of looking for that bigger play, I would say.
Oh my goodness! He was not conservative, and it pays off for Green Bay and Jordan Love with a huge run.
Show me what love
to your expectations for Jordan in his second season as a starter?
Well, he needs to be ready for defenses to try to take away what he does best, because they've had a whole year of film now to look at on him. If he's going to take the next step, I think it comes down to those late game crunch time drives. He had some successes in that realm, had some failures in that realm as well. Smooth that out, and the Packers offense will be better for it.
Les, what are you expecting from Jordan?
Him taking more control of this offense. We saw it with some of the 2-minute periods during the off-season program. I expect to see more of that during training camp. He now gets the chance to put his own staple on this offense, and I think that's something for the Green Bay Packers that could be what takes this offense to the next step.
Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you for watching. We leave you with the Packers' game plan for 2024 as formulated by the players themselves. Until next time, take care.
To my team going into this year, we have everything that we need. There's nothing that you need to look around and see. We have everything.